Alright, hello, this is Taramel from OTG, and this is what you should be doing when you first come out in the world. You have finished a tutorial, you pop into the medical building right here, and then you're like, now what do I do? Well, if you want, the first thing over here on the left, you see I have been auto-grouped. A lot of people, that is annoying to them, so we are going to get rid of that as soon as I remember where it is. Game. Auto group. We're going to get rid of auto group. I'm going to leave auto looting on. That is from my other character, so we'll do that. First thing you want to do is get some tools and get out harvesting and maybe do some missions. I'm not really going to do any missions right now because it is nighttime and a lot of the NPCs will not be out. If they are out, their little dot on the minimap will be pulsing, and that'll show you where they are. But I'll do. I'm gonna hit L. This is my mission settings. You see I got a bunch already to kill things from earlier. I'd actually done this video and that's where I got all these from before, but I watched it and I had too much redundant stuff and I made it a little bit too long. So you can turn them off, looking for work or looking for one, combat military, trade only, whichever you want. Most of the combat ones obviously are go kill something and turn in this head or turn in these parts, something like that. Alright, we are in the workshop. We started over here in the medical building and have come down to the workshop, and then we're going to go out the south gate here in a second. That little orange circle there shows you where one of the quest points are out of the town. And there we can see orange dots. Those are some mineral nodes. In fact, anything harvestable will be in orange. But first thing you're going to do is come up to this guy right here, old Angelo, and you're going to buy yourself some tools. Yes, I am looking to buy, Angelo. You're going to need a second-hand saw, and you're going to need a second-hand mining drill. You do not need smithing hammer. You do not need machete. If you're going to go fishing eventually, which you may, you're going to want a spear gun. That is the easiest way to do it. Yes, you can fish with a pole, but you need lures, which is money, and you don't have any right now. And you're going to want to get these recipe books. Mining, you're going to want to buy that. Logging, you're going to want to buy that. Foraging, you're going to want to buy that. And that might be about it. Now, if you want to get a pet, you can try to tame a pet settling while you're out. And you're going to need to get the pet care stuff. Let's see if I can... Oh, pet care. For some reason, it does not look like everything else. Where did it go? There. Purchase pet care. So hopefully that will unlock my pet food. Yep, you're going to need, once you get your pet, to make some pet food. All it's going to be is when you kill stuff, they drop slabs of meat and some distilled water, which you'll see in another video, and then you just process it until it's all gone. Right now we're just getting skill ups and getting some basic pet food. As you can see, I have F4 water and D5 food, and I'm getting pretty low pet food, but that's alright because we don't need good stuff right now. We just need stuff. Oh, we got some more. Let's make that. As you can see, I make 5 each time, and I really don't need that many. So, and actually I usually sell this. If I get up to about 1,000, I'll sell off a stack and start another stack. But that icon down here, feed animal. Where's my settling? I had one. Let me get rid of them. This I bought off the auction house. I tried to tame one earlier, but it just was too hard to find. So I came in here and... Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Ooh, getting dizzy. Typed in Setlang. Probably want to go with tame. There we go. Let's sort to cheap it. Really, 1,000? Huh. Anyways, there you go. You want to buy 12. You still should have about 200 to 300 coins. You can buy out. Click buy out. It'll pop up in your mail. You'll get the little icon. You double click, you open it, and you get the cage. Double click that. First thing you want to do as soon as you get that bad boy out is, as soon as he loads that is, oh, there he is. It's too small, I'm used to the bigger ones, is feed him. Boom. There, I've fed him, and then if it goes for a while, I might feed him again, but it really doesn't do it that often. Calm, that's for taming other animals. Alright, so we got our tools. We have equipped them. You only need one equipped. The drill will automatically be used if you need it. Let me actually compress that so it's all down. And we're going to run out the south gate. Now, looking around the mini-map, you can see the little arrows that point to where the different quests are or different things are. Missing weapon shafts. That's just to kill mobs and stuff like that. But that'll get you out of town. Then you can look for orange dots, and we'll talk about wood later, about how to make money. Basically, we're going to head east into Westwood. This, by the way, is your map, and I can only go out so far, and I can't move it around. But if you hit Shift M, that gets you a better map, I think, but it sort of takes about 3 seconds to load. My computer was frozen there while I was doing that. But now we can move around and see. Over here in Westwood is where you're going to want to go to get your wood. So I'll show you that in a second, where to go. Also down here, all this water is where you can put your water harvesters when you finally get to that point, but there is a lot of mobs around there, so you got to be careful when you do that. Alright, so hopefully that gives you some answers. Right now I'm just going to come out here and get my skill up so I can get my scrounge water, which I already have. I'll kill one thing just so you can see if I can find it. Oh, yep, the bushes that get you stuck. Oh, there's a vulture. Just kill that real quick. You can see it has little particles there. That means I probably have some kind of quest item on it. It does. There's my pristine vulture skin. And I can double check under my missions. I hit L again. Shows my items that I need. And extract this corpse. And there we go. Alright, I'll talk to you in a bit after I kill some things, get some more skills, and I'll head out and get some wood. And I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, I'm going to actually, I got some Nakoots. I don't have my Setlang yet, but I'm going to summon these guys. They'll still give me some experience as they're having out. Now, if you notice, he's a baby. He will grow. I don't have any pet food to make yet, but that's what I'm going to use this slab for. This meat. We'll be able to feed him. If you look at my mini map, you see red dots and orange dots. You can figure out red dots are things that want to kill you, and orange dots are orange dots are things you can harvest. If you hover over them, you can see we're extracting the survival. This shows my survival skill and the knowledge of the species, Setlang. I'm not sure why they're both fully blue. They probably shouldn't be since I just started. But if you hover over the dots, you can see gil flour and binaberry, stuff used for cooking and pharmaceuticals. This should be interesting. No. There we go. We're still trying to figure out exactly what all the information around their targeting reticle means when you highlight them, but basically is red is tough, blue or gray is easy, and this one's pointing up, so I mean this should be a slight challenge, but it really isn't. But they can swarm you really quick. So this is what the plants look like.
Anyone else notice that I'm becoming scary powerful?
You don't need a tool for them, you just go up, right click. You can see my foraging skill is 0. My knowledge of binaberry is 0. The higher they go, the quicker I will forage. Let's try another one. And you see it's taking 5 seconds. Once you get up, it'll probably take about 2 seconds. I can enhance just this plant but it really isn't going to do much because I need to have some skill to do that. But that's how you go. Blue dot. Oh, that's another Nekut. Alright, I'll stop recording until we find something. Hey guys, I'm back. A little bit update. Over here is Freedom Town if you look at my map, and I'm way out here in Westwood. Now there's wood north of me in that area, but I wanted to point out these guys. You see that plant there looking all nice and innocent? Well, they have a range of about 105 meters, and they will shoot you dead in about 2 or 3 shots and dismount you. So they are a major pain in the bottom. Think sand giants from EverQuest, but more of them than that. And also wanted to show you some harvester nodes, what they are and what they look like. On the mini-map, you see the light blue dot. That's what they show up. If it's a light blue dot, it's a deposit. And if you have the harvester for it, this is what the lumber one looks like. You right-click on it, and it shows you what the type is, the grade, how much time is left on that node, and how many is left. 0 to 02. It doesn't make any sense putting anything down now because this guy got the last of it. Also, you want to notice that, I don't know if you can see in the bottom right, harvester slot 1, 2. So the second slot runs at 66% efficiency, the third slot runs at 40% efficiency, the last slot at 20% efficiency. So first come, first serve. You're not going to get much after that. Maybe if you have a rapid harvester you can do. And there's another plant that we can see over there in the distance. Over in the distance you see those tiny trees. Those are the ones you can harvest. I'm not going to go after that set line. Normally I would try to kill the plant. They are killable. You just have to get to them before they get to you, pretty much. They don't have much health. If you can get the first shot in on them and maybe have a pet helping you, you can usually kill them. But we're coming up on these trees. You can see the orange dot. And I'm just going to chop down a whole bunch of trees and then take them in. Going to right click B5, which actually isn't bad. It's taken a while because my species knowledge of Takayura is nil. So it's going to take 5 seconds. But as that gets up, as my login skill goes up and my Takayura skill goes up, it will get a lot quicker. And you can see I'm getting 3 in 1 swipe. Also, it's worth pointing out that logging skill will go up when I process these guys. If I hit my recipes and go to hardwood lumber, which is what I'm going to use for these, that will increase my logging as well and help when I come back out here. So it's not just chopping down trees, it's also processing them. Alright, I'll be back when I extract these guys and show you how you can make some. So I got me 60 Takayura wood and some extra stuff that was mixed in, and some contaminated water I've been scrounging up. So I'm gonna head on back. Alright, quick note here, I'm in the medical center. I just teleported back. I'm gonna come over to the skill and printing station that's here, and you can see how many you have. Poor quality trade, 27 out of 1,000, 70 out of 1,000. Now I forget the ratio. I think it's for every 20 points you get 1 imprint or something like that. What I'm going to do is, armor goes up pretty slow. So this is armor skills. I got 28. Let's see how many that equals. Yep, 1 point. So probably like 30 points or 20 points equals 1. And then that just boosts that up. So it's just like extra points that you can put where you like. I would say don't put it in your weapons because those goes up pretty quick. You can see my rifle tactics from just that hour of playing is up to 36. It's going pretty quick. Defensive knowledge is going up fine. Usually want to put it in stuff that you don't use a lot, like concentration, thievery if you want to do that, crafting, things like that. Alright, let's make some money out of this stuff. First I want to show you this NPC to the right of the crafter. This guy is probably a little bit easier. He has your tools, and you don't have to scrounge through all the other stuff. Has your fishing guide, your foraging guide, your mining, and your lumberjack. We're going to need mining eventually, and foraging, outlet, fisherman's guide. Go for now. Learn those real quick. And also, as unsuccessful in finding a pet set line, there's one right there. Actually, no, that's a cloned one, but The only difference is it says cloned instead of pet. So I'm going to actually buy mine off the auction house. I press T, it opens up, go to search. Going to type in tamed. And you don't have to type the whole thing in. So, buyout, I'll pick the cheapest one. If you see it says a V, that's from a vendor. And I'll talk about that in a second if I remember. I'm going to just buy that out from him. That'll show up in my mail in a couple of minutes. But let's process some wood. I'm going to open up logging, hardwood lumber. And now if you hover over that, it highlights the two that can be. So and I can just double click that and it automatically puts it in. But let's go with the Takayura wood. And we're going to add our contaminated water and just start processing. Just click fast.
New guns. My abs are like diamond.
Yeah, my abs are like diamond. In case you're wondering, that is the cocky voiceover you pick. That is my favorite. The humble one, I forget what it's called, the real name, but it's kind of cheesy. The evil one's just too spooky. Now remember, I was only out there for... There, why? Okay, I got over 50 logging. So that means I have over 50 on a skill. I can now talk in general. Ta-da! If I tried to do that before, I can only talk in newbie, but now that I have 15 a skill, I can do that. Let's make some more. And over here it shows you all the stuff you get. Now, we have a decent amount of firewood right there. We'll need that to process any minerals or stuff like that. All this stuff up here, anthracite, gypsum, things of that sort we'll need. We're going to go to the vendor. Now, we're going to sell this stuff to the vendor. Yeah, if it was high enough quality, we could probably sell it on the auction house, but to start with, that's not going to happen. But let's take a look at our Takayura plank. I'm at sell right now. He will give me 369, but I do not want to sell it to him. I want it to go to auction. And what that means, and now it's 492. That means the vendor will post it on for people to buy on the auction house, just like we bought that pet set lang. That's the same idea. But you do get the money right away. You don't have to wait till somebody buys the item from the auction. You get it as soon as I double click. Let's see, 437 right now. Boom, we're up to 929. Fruit I don't need right now. Berry I don't need. Tree beetle is for genetic engineers and stuff like that. Crude club I don't need. But you can get rid of that stuff. Hudson firwood is actually pretty decent. You're going to need a lot of that probably. That makes your glue, and if you're going to be into tailoring, that makes your cloth. But that just gives you a basic idea. I'm not going to sell any more. Another way to make money if you want, if you scrounge water. But look at that, we're up to 935, and we could, if we wanted to, buy a standard water harvester. Alright, extraction rate of 320, which isn't bad. Hopper size of 320. These are all, if you can see, the grade is F0, so they're not that great. They just introduced the player crafted ones, which are all better, but also 10 to 20 times more expensive. But probably I would say if you want to get a water harvester, that would be my first bet. Actually, my first purchase would be a cycle. And to get a cycle, you're going to want to go to the auction house and type in cruiser or cycle or racer, but honestly cycles are going to be your cheapest one. Let's check. There we can go. Get a D9 for 2,500. Right now they don't take permanent damage, so the quality doesn't matter. But you can see I'm not too far away. Cycles actually go pretty quick. Traveling in this, you're definitely going to want some cycle, but you know, almost halfway there. If I would have stayed out there and chopped some trees, I probably would have stayed until I had at least 100 or so and gotten some more water, and that probably easily gave me the money I need to buy my first cycle. Then I probably would, after my cycle, go back out, chop some more trees, make some more money. Then I would have probably gotten some water harvesters. I would start with that because you're going to need water, and unless you want to sit there and click scrounge water and wait 10 seconds or however long it was, that's kind of boring. That's why I do it while I'm extracting. But to harvest water things, you can just put them on there and forget about it and go back after they're filled up and collect them. Oh, that was my pet. So Let's get rid of that. Oh, since I remembered that, where is he now? Tame Setlang. Let's summon him out. And, well, we're here. We'll talk about
I've got the selection you've been looking for.
vet medicine. I don't know if that's where that's at, but you're going to want veterinary medicine, or maybe he already gave it to me. Nope. But veterinary medicine, you're going to want to buy the skill book, and what you're going to do is that's going to take your meat slabs right here, and I'm going to take, I can't remember if it's contaminated or purified water. Well, items, pet food, made in veterinary, click on pet food, meat slab, and distilled water. Distilled water is chemistry, which is just your contaminated water and a heat source. So we could actually make that right now if we wanted to. Open it up, auto, add that, and just start. And if you notice, my skill increases in recipe by 12, 11, 10. It goes up pretty quick. And you can see my recipe knowledge up here is getting better. But anyways, to make the pet food, which you're going to want to feed your pet, once you have the recipe, is you just put in your meat slab and your distilled water, and boom, pet food. And that actually sells pretty good too. It's real easy to get a lot of it, because one meat and some water make 5 pet food, and you really only need to feed your pet a couple of times, maybe when you summon it and when it goes out. Oh, there's my little one. I keep clicking on the big one. Yeah, he's not full size yet. He's just a tiny little thing. And you can see somebody's robot. But hopefully that'll help get you started, get some money in your pocket, get some transportation, start gathering some more mats, and figuring out where you want to go from there, because honestly it is up to you what you want to do. I hope you enjoy the game, and I'll see you in there. Bye.